I'm Abby Malone, and this is Invest Insights, where we bring you interviews with thought leaders that are shaping our community today. Today, I'm speaking with Israel Velasco, the Florida Region Executive for Popular Bank, located in South Florida. Israel, now that we're 6 months or so into this pandemic, how would you describe the current banking climate, and how is Popular Bank adapting to it?
Thank you, Abby. At Popular Bank, we acted very quickly to meet both the new and ongoing needs of our customers while navigating the challenges and demands of COVID-19 health crisis. We did this in three really specific and meaningful ways. One, we worked to keep our branches open and fully functional with the health of our customers and our employees at the forefront of all of this. We slightly had to modify the branch hours because we just couldn't keep the branch hours as long as they were. So we're still under that scenario right now. But the most important thing is that we enhance protocols and precautions. And that was very, very important to us. So that was the first item, that we did. We also worked very quickly to enhance and streamline our internal operations and infrastructure so that many of our employees could safely work from home while also effectively servicing our customers, which was something that was very important to us. We had to process loans and we had to continue our normal bank operations. And we did this in a matter of less than 2 weeks. Now, I know many of the banks in South Florida had to do the same thing. I don't know how quickly many of the banks in our community did that. I can tell you one thing for sure. We were very, very nimble and very quick to react. And I would say the last thing, we're continuing to prioritize our relationships with our customers, really to help them through this unique financial climate that we're in. To do this, we really have leveraged a lot of high-touch customer practices with our online and mobile banking services. For example, DocuSign and electronic loan closings. We had never done that before. And all of a sudden, we were able to put this in place in less than 2 weeks, which was fantastic. And now we can leverage this in case we ever have any additional emergencies or that we have to deal with. We're ready to do that.
Yeah, and you kind of are touching upon my next question, which are, what are some of the lessons learned or new processes that you've implemented from the experience of the Payment Protection Program that you see moving forward at Popular Bank?
Well, so I did mention a couple of those, and that's, DocuSign and electronic, really contactless, transacting. And that's something that was very important to us. PPP was something that came to us very quickly. We had to react very quickly. We had to adjust very quickly because every day was something new that was thrown at us. But at the same time, I think it helped us tremendously because without the PPP program and something that we needed to react quickly to, we wouldn't have been able to put a lot of these things in place. So it really helped us, I think, a lot. The other thing that I think we learned from this experience is that we had to put all hands on deck. Everybody had to pitch in, and everybody, no matter what your job role, your responsibility was, you had to be available. And basically, we worked 7 days a week, a lot of our staff, to try to help our business community cope with this and get the money that they deserve to get. And we did this, and it was all hands on deck. And I'm so proud of my team for doing that because it was something that I didn't know how it was going to play out. And everybody was just willing and able to work whatever hours, whatever things needed to be done. I mean, I can tell you that my assistant was closing loans. My assistant was closing loans, which is amazing. She had never closed loans in her life, and she volunteered to do this. So it was just amazing.
As we sit now, what are your main concerns for the banking sector, and what are the things that we need to consider to enable a soft landing at the end of this pandemic?
So so Popular Bank. I'll start with our bank. We remain in a very excellent position right now to provide support to our clients. You know, in all the sectors. I mean, we're helping. I mean, there's some sectors that have been more affected than others. Travel, industry, leisure have all been very affected. You know, the restaurant businesses obviously have been affected, and you know, we really are trying to stay in the forefront and be able to help our customers. We're one of the few banks that have been involved with the Main Street Lending Program, which is a new program that really we see as a complement to PPP. So we're one of the few banks that have been approved to provide loans via the Main Street Lending Program, which is I think is very good. I think the banking industry is very well positioned for what has happened. I think banks are a lot better capitalized than what we saw in 2007, in the crisis of 2007. So I think the capital levels being so strong, I think is going to help the industry as a whole. You know, you have to keep in mind that back in 2007, it was more of a financial crisis. This is a health crisis that has affected the financial part, but I think it's going to be it's not going to be as deep as what we saw in 2007, and we're going to be able to quickly get out of it. I can tell you that from our perspective, we have no loans past due, zero commercial loans past due, both on the commercial side as well as one of our largest businesses, which is Popular Association Banking. We lend to community associations throughout the country. We have zero loans past due. So we're working with our clients are working with us, and I'm very encouraged by the signs that I see from our customers in continuing to work their businesses and get through this. And I think together, we need to do this together. We need to be there for them. They're being there for us as well, because they're paying their loans, and that's a very good sign.
And all that being said, how do you perceive the record low interest rates and how that will affect the banking sector for the long term?
So I think the low interest rates are going to be here for some time. I don't think you're going to see interest rates go up for a while. I think it will present a lot of opportunities for our customers. We're seeing a lot of consumers refinancing their mortgages and taking advantage of the low interest rates. Also, we're seeing a lot of people buying homes down here in South Florida. A lot of people coming from the Northeast and actually from the west side of the country, coming to South Florida because they see South Florida as, you know, the climate is good. Even though we don't have, we have hurricanes, we can prepare for hurricanes much better than, you know, some of the natural disasters that you're seeing in California, unfortunately, with the wildfires. In New York, you have, or in the Northeast, you have a lot of states that have income taxes, state taxes that have to be paid. And so I think our climate here, the financial climate as well as the regular climate, really has helped us, and you're seeing a lot of people flocked to Florida, and specifically to South Florida. So I'm seeing that as a positive for South Florida. I think it's going to be tough for the banking sector because our margins, the banking sector, the margins are squeezed. You know, we have very, very low rates, and it's just, you know, we can't. It's a squeeze right now on our net interest margin, which is a very, very strong indicator of in the banking industry. So that is something that if you would ask me what's one thing that keeps me up at night, is the interest rate environment that we're dealing with. But on the other hand, I think it's great for the consumers. I think it's great for businesses because they can borrow at very low rates.
You know, we're sitting here in September, and I think that if we would rewind to back in March when the pandemic first hit the United States, that many people thought that we would be back to this new normal by now. But here we are, the cases are still prevalent, there's not a vaccine, and it's getting a little bit tough for the business community, for all communities. What has the past number of months taught you about resilience?
Well, I think we have to, resilience to me, it's taught us that, you know, we have to be nimble. We have to be able to adjust. That's something that in the banking industry, we've always been accustomed to, but I think the speed at which we've had to do it has been something that is a huge lesson learned about resiliency. And again, I go back to our people. I think our people have done a tremendous job in terms of being resilient and being there for our clients and being able to manage and balance work with personal and do it just without hesitation, working long hours. I can tell you that some of our people, in fact, all of our people are working harder today than they worked when they were in the office. And so to me, this has taught me a lot about resiliency, about our people, about the passion that we have to help. You know, banks have a very important role in this economy. And you know, I think our people have taken that to heart. And that's something that I'm very proud of.
Well, thank you again. That was Israel Velasco, the Florida Region Executive for Popular Bank. My name is Abby Malone, and you've been watching Invest Insights. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey everyone, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you can stay up to date on the latest business trends from our knowledgeable experts. Be sure to check out the description below for more information on the segment you just watched. Thanks for tuning in.